This geek club joke is getting on my nerves, Quinn whines as we are on our way to the locker rooms. Last week, her boyfriend, Finn, joined some kind of club I didn't even know existed. Before, me and Quinn had always used to think it was some kind of made-up shit that Rachel Berry had come up with, so she could get her Broadway on any time she wanted to. Not so much. Cool and kind of hot Finn had out of nowhere joined a club where they sing for fun. Okay, so usually I don't hate on singers. I've got the gift myself. But this was different. It was gay. They danced like my grandpa, and they had like a law of only singing show tunes and Broadway songs. At least, that's what I've heard. I could understand why Q would be upset, obviously. But come on. This was just a bit too much of a pity party for my taste. I wanted to push one of my pom-poms down her throat just so I could stop hearing about the geek club for like 1 second. I mean, that midget is going to wish she was never born. She's going to want to rip out her vocal cords and feed them to raccoons, I offered, sighing. Exactly, Quinn agreed and kept going. I'll make her pay for it. I stopped listening then and there because Brittany was standing by my locker, looking up into the ceiling. Odd, I thought, since practice was out an hour ago and I'd seen her leave quite early. Had she been waiting for me that long? I'd hardly spoken to her since her first practice last week. Just a few words here and there. Nothing mean though, which had been noticed by the others. Quinn had even asked me about it, but I just simply answered with a shrug. They could think I was nice to her because she was the new girl, but I wouldn't explain myself. Heck, I did like her. She was a great Cheerio and really nice to everyone. Besides, she had taken the advice I'd given the Cheerios about dating guys to make them look good at heart. Just last week, I'd seen her with both Lucas and Chad, which was a good number for such a short time. Didn't say much though, just some stray comments here and there. I thought I'd gotten rid of her expectations, but was a little disappointed, I guess, that she didn't seem to mind. But now she was standing by my locker, in regular clothes too, which was different. She had lime green shorts and a blue silky looking tunic. Her hair was out too. I felt my heart skip a beat. Brittany? She turned her head towards me, looking half woken up, and smiled a little tiredly. Lopez, Q, come with me. The harshness came from an angry Coach Sylvester hurrying up behind us. She stopped and stared at Brittany like she didn't know her. Who's this social outcast? She muttered, proving me right. Brittany looked away from me, wondering. It's Brittany Pierce, the new girl, Quinn said, trying to be helpful. The coach looked bitter, but switched to her positive sounding tone as she said, Sorry there, Brittany. Didn't recognize you out of your Cheerio costume. That's okay, Coach, Brittany said. No, it's not okay. She sucked in some air and put her head on a tilt. Poor Brittany. The Cheerios costume will assist you in school. You will rise above everyone else in this dump. Being my Cheerio gives you the opportunity of not studying, being able to bully whoever you want, even teachers, I might add, and having the privilege of getting away with it. Sue gave a half smile, like she pitied Brittany for not realizing that, like not knowing these facts made her really dense. As long as you don't get fat or knocked up, she added as an afterthought, then smiled again. Now run along home and feed all your blind owls and HIV-positive squirrels that you have hiding in your pink room. I bet they're waiting for you. Then she turned around, expecting us to follow her just like that. And of course we did. That's my dad. I turned around as I heard Brittany's words and looked at her with a questioning face. Then we rounded the corner and she went out of sight. These waltzing basement rats are threatening the Cheerios budget, Sue said as she hurried towards the auditorium, in which we could hear tunes coming out. They are to become the new laughing stock of the school, so take a good look at them. Use any methods you please. I don't care if you force them to go through with a sex change as long as it makes their lives living hell. Don't worry about it, Coach Sylvester. It's already done, Quinn reassured her, looking as much like a warrior as Sue herself. We busted through the doors and came out on one of the balconies. Sue and Quinn leaned out to see, but I simply folded my hands on the railing. The music was good, really good. I knew I wouldn't be able to say it to any of them if I wanted to keep my spot, but they kind of rocked. For once, Rachel sounded good, and Finn, damn, that boy sure could bring it. Besides, who knew a wheelchair kid could play a guitar? I noticed Quinn was rubbing her hands together, and I realized she probably liked it too. It was hard to listen without wanting to jump up and down and clap my hands together. How could these total nobodies make me want to bust it? I let my thoughts travel back to Brittany. Was she still waiting for me? The song ended, and I found myself disappointed as Miss Schuster's voice was heard and Coach turned her back and left. Me and Quinn looked at each other and went out behind her. She was already gone, so we started walking towards the exit, Q complaining even louder than before. Man hands were all over him, I can't believe it. That he would even think of singing and dancing around like some loser when I'm his girlfriend. He's bringing down my rep. I forgot my cell, I said, and hurried away from Quinn, hoping to escape a headache. See you, she called after me, still fuming from watching Finn perform. Brittany wasn't waiting for me, but a pink post-it sticking out of my locker was. 070980 7797. In case practice gets cancelled. X-Brit. I fished out my cell phone and pushed in the numbers, saving it. That was Quinn's duty, really, but I didn't care. I smiled and put the cell back in my bra before hanging my bag over my shoulder and going towards the doors. My footsteps echoed in the empty hallway and I closed my eyes for a moment, letting myself actually enjoy this brief moment of calm. I liked the way it smelled, the way the afternoon sun was sipping in through the windows and the way some dust particles were flying around in the air. Damn, we were really good! It was that black chick who ruined my moment. We really were? And that Asian kid. They sounded out of breath and tired, coming out from the auditorium. And sure thing, I saw their red shapes before me, walking to the drinking fountain. I reacted like an angry bull would have. Out of my way, lime losers! They moved away quickly, and I went out through the doors, head held high, almost hearing the black chick roll her eyes. I wondered if their happiness depended on their personality or glee club. Then I shook my head, sighing a little bit in the warm air as I went to my cabriolet and threw my stuff in the passenger seat. Too bad I was going to have to bring both of those things down. Okay, guys, that was the first chapter. I have done quite a few. I would love to keep reading, but you're going to have to tell me what you think. So, anyway, first chapter, Forsaking all the rest. There's going to be loads more. Building up, of course, so let me know if you like it. Did you yawn too when you heard me yawning? Because every time I listened through this one, I started yawning when I was doing it. Sorry about that. I promise I'll try not to do it next time. Anyway, let me know, leave a comment, and talk to you soon. Bye!